All right, so we are 3 weeks. January is like the longest month in the world, I think. Like, hasn't it felt like it's been January for like 200 years? I'm looking at my calendar and I'm like, so we've had like 3 weeks, 3 full weeks of January already. And I don't know about you guys, but I am like for sure feeling like the heat, the momentum, like so much, so much. I have completed my steps twice and and a little bit more. And my goal is to complete them two full more times. So I'm working my buns off this last week of January, and we have all I mean, I'm just seeing enrollments like triple in eSuite right now, and it's crazy and it's amazing, and I'm like so excited for you guys. And I just thought it'd be fun to take tonight to kind of like talk to some people who I see their name repeatedly in eSuite and have them share with us what they're doing that's working. And then I'm gonna chat for a little bit about what I'm doing. And then I know Rochelle's completed her steps twice. I know Ashley has signed, I think, like 5 or 6 distributors. So we'll all kind of have a chance to talk, but I have 3 very special guests. I'm going to start with Jen, Miss Jen Fulton. And Jen, if you want to unmute yourself, and then I didn't tell you about this part, so surprise, but it's nothing crazy. Just share like your name and when you started in the business, and then just kind of share with us a little. So Jen is like killing it with LCs this month, and I just want her to share like what she's doing differently, because I know, because I can see it, but I want her to share with you guys because it's so much more than just like, oh, I'm messaging more or this or that. Like her things are like awesome. So go ahead, Jen.
Hi guys. So my name is Jen. I started in August. What else was I supposed to say? um, so I started in August. Been with the team, live in Florida. Busy mom. I also have a 40-hour work week job that I do as well. But some of the things that I've just been doing to help with LCs is just kind of being myself. Um, I there's a lot of times that like you're trying to figure out what works and trying to follow everybody else. And it's always good to kind of see what everybody else does, but you have to make it your own is the biggest thing for me. When people ask me about the products or people ask me about the business, I'm just very straightforward and honest with them. And just kind of tell them what works for me. Um, Also, I think mindset has a lot to do with it. I've been talking to Shelby a lot lately, and life hasn't been the easiest, but I think that putting yourself around people with like mindsets, as well as motivational books and podcasts and lives or any kind of videos like that, I think that all kind of helps. That's probably the biggest thing for me is mindset. And I find it easier to just relate and talk to people when my headspace is in the right space. So is there
That's so
anything else?
good. And I mean, it's kind of crazy because you're going through some stuff right now in your personal life, but it almost seems like your mindset is better than it's ever been. Like, yeah, you might not be like 100%, like there's some things that you know, you're working through, but your mindset is so good, and it's almost like you needed, I don't want to say this wrong, so I hope you don't take this wrong, but it's almost like you needed these trials so that you could become better, and it's showing, like it's showing in your post. The one other thing that you didn't mention that I want you to talk about a little bit is you recently have some before and afters, and they're really, really good. Do you think that because you're being like a product of the product and being loud and vulnerable because I know you were like, here's my results. They're so good, but I don't want to share them with anybody. Like, these are for you only. And I'm like, no, like, you need to share these with the world. Do you think that once you, and your hair, skin and nail results and your skincare results, like, do you think by getting all these results and being a product of the product, that's why all of a sudden you're now seeing this like boom in customers?
I do believe so. I think that it's also consistency. I think that it's kind of like planting those seeds. I think people are watching you and they start watching you and they want to make sure that you're going to stick with it, and that they buy into you, not necessarily the product at first, because they don't know. They've never used it. They've never seen it. They can't get their hands on it. So they're believing you and trusting you, and they want to make sure that you're following what you're saying. So I think being the product of a product is huge. And I got sucked into everything. It's hard to say what's my favorite because I have been, and it's shown. My hair has grown like crazy. I've lost, I think it's 36 pounds to date. And so, yeah, it has absolutely been life changing. And I think that that's huge because people do see it, and you do have to be vulnerable because they won't if you're not.
So good. Yay. Okay, Jen, thank you so much for sharing what's working for you this month with loyal customers. I'm so proud of you, and I'm really excited to squeeze your face in 7 days, or I don't know how many, but soon. Okay, so let's see, who are we going to go to next? Let's go to, I lost her again, Emily, Miss Emily. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh, you're right below Jen on my screen. Okay. Hi, girl.
Hello. Hi,
Okay, so
everyone.
I know that you shared last night with a smaller group of people, but I'm really excited for you to share again tonight because you're killing it with distributors. And it's been like, I feel like in the last, I mean, it could be more than this, but I feel like in the last 3 days, it's like, new DT, new DT, new DT. Like, I just keep seeing you post on our like count up boom. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Tell me all the things. So, first of all, introduce yourself. Tell us when you got started in your rank and a little bit about you. And then let's talk about what in the world you're doing to get these distributors.
Okay. So, I'm Emily, obviously. I think I know most of you all from Green Carpet, and hopefully I get to see all of you at conference. I am so excited. I've been in the business for a little over a year and a half, and it has been absolutely life-changing. That's a story for another time, but it's just been awesome. So my rank is diamond, all that good stuff. So I've actually been working Facebook a lot lately, and I've always had like a little bit more, not luck, but a little more uh, interaction on Facebook than I have on like Instagram and stuff. And I think that's because I said this last night too. I think it's because my generation is so entwined with like likes and things like that, that they're if someone messages you, you're automatically like, oh no, this is a scam, bye. So I mean, obviously we all know that that's not the case for us, but I think that's just the mindset of my generation. So I've been working a lot of Facebook, and honestly, consistency has been so key. I have had actually one of the girls who messaged me is on here tonight. Shout out to Marlena. She's just like so awesome. She was one of the girls that reached out to me and was like, hey, what are you doing here? Like, I kind of want in on this. So she joined my team shortly after, and I am so grateful for that. We are working on getting her started, her first 4 LCs, all that good stuff. But I think it's just consistency, and honestly, just like being yourself when you post. And it's a lot about the content that you post. You want it to be yourself, but you also want it to make an impact on someone else who's reading it. So if you're reading a post from your, I could definitely see myself like liking this post or interacting with it or something like that. I also think, and I talked about this last night as well, like time of day is important. And I think it's a lot more important than a lot of people think. I have the When to Post app, so I use that when I post on Instagram more often than Facebook. But I definitely get a lot more interaction when I post later in the app, a little later in the afternoon, or like early evening, early mid evening. That's just kind of a helpful hint. But I've signed 3 distributors and I think 2 LCs in 3 days, 4 days. So crazy, I know. And it was just all at once. And honestly, like, I prayed about it so much. I was like, Lord, please send me all these people who want the business and want these products and want to get on top of their New Year's resolutions, all that kind of stuff. And it was just like, boom, that happened. And it was a consistency in prayer and the consistency in the posting in the business and all that stuff. Also being a product of the product, obviously very important. We all know that. I think Skinny Coffee is the go-to for that. So just all those kind of things.
And I just want to add real quick, because, I mean, I'm just proud of her. But Emily, and I know like we did this whole thing last night, but for those of you who weren't on there, Emily, and she said it twice, but she's literally just been so consistent. And honestly, like, it's not, I'm on her Facebook right now. I wanted to get on here while she was talking. Because I think sometimes, and including myself, I think sometimes we're afraid to post something on Facebook because we're like, what if nobody likes it? Or what if nobody comments? And at least that was a struggle for me, with me, like, for a hot minute. And so anyways, I was looking at Emily's Facebook, and she, like, just for an example, on the day that she signed, I think she signed like 2 LCs in one day. Didn't you, Emily, one of those days? So on that day, you guys, her product post on Facebook has 2 likes. 2. But she signed an LC. And then same thing, like, I mean, a couple of her posts have a good amount, but then, so the point is, like, just don't get caught up in that. Don't worry about how many likes you're gonna get, because she, seriously, it is all about her being consistent. And we can go into that. I can talk about consistency forever. Just are they seeing her post more, but now they're taking her seriously. But yeah, I just wanted to say, like, it is just, it's been such an eye-opening thing for me, because Jess Roberts, same thing, like, they both started posting consistently, and both of them, like, their businesses are absolutely booming right now. Okay.
So good. So that's 2 people in a row that said that consistency is important. So we might want to get consistent. I don't know about you guys, but I can definitely attest to it too, that I never go a day without posting. And I actually got blocked on Instagram from posting for a week when I first started my 90-day run at the beginning of this month. And I had to go like 6 whole days without posting, and I thought I was gonna lose it. But I took advantage of, like, really focusing on Facebook, and I can honestly say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my, like, 15 distributors between this month and last month are 7 distributors have been from Facebook. And it's because I focus, people are laughing at me like, yes, I'm terrible at math, you guys. I can barely count what's on my wall over here. But I focused on Facebook because I was blocked from Instagram, and I reaped the benefits of that. So I think that's something too, you know, like, we are a social media driven team, and we have trainings on Facebook and we have trainings on Instagram, and I'm successful on both, and many of us are successful on both. But if you're like, Instagram's not really my thing, but I'm signing on Facebook, then keep killing it on Facebook, you guys. You know, like, I'm not saying don't try different things. Be like, right now is this big, like, TikTok craze, and I just did my first video today and it's lame, but I'm excited about it. Like, don't not try things, but if it's not working for you, then either figure out why it's not working or move on, because you could be focusing your attention on something that could really be getting you results if you were just a little bit like if you were just honing in on your skills on that just a little bit more. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So now we are going to have, I don't see her. I don't know what my problem is. I don't see anybody ever when I need them. Miss Shalina, unmute yourself wherever you are.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on a second.
Where are you?
Hi.
Oh, there you are. Okay, sorry. I couldn't find you at all.
I don't think you guys, that's better. Okay. Hey, guys. Is there something specific you want me to start with?
Okay, yeah, sorry. I forgot to say anything. Okay, so tell us who you are. Tell us what your rank is, a little bit about you or whatever. And then Shalina is actually going to share, she has signed some distributors in the last couple of days and maybe some loyal customers, can't remember, but using an interesting like follow-up technique. So this is cool because no one's really talked about follow-up yet. And follow-up, as we all know, is like part of our like 6 list daily non-negotiable, like gotta do it. So girlfriend, tell us all the things.
Okay, so as soon as I heard that the first person or the first 10 people that signed, or not the first, but the 10 people that signed the most distributors, sorry, I'm like tongue-tied, distributors before conference gets to meet Dr. Nassif, I was like, that sounds fun. And so I decided I was going to start making a bunch of posts and stuff, and that's kind of like where the distributors came from, making simple posts on my Facebook. But with the follow-ups, you guys, following up is like something that I absolutely hate doing, so it's always the first thing I do in my day. I don't know what it is about following up. I would rather send out new messages and follow up with what I have, just because I don't know why. I just hate it. And I think we all have something that we don't like in our business, but it's one of those things that you just have to get out of the way, because consistency with it is what's going to be key for you. And truthfully, if you're not going to follow up, there's no point in having a conversation in the first place, because 90% of people aren't going to buy from you or join your business the first time you talk to them. And that's just a fact. So for me, when you're following up with people and you continually just talk about the business, it's not going to seem personal to people at all. And people are going to think that you only want them to join for your own benefit, or you only want them to buy your products so that you get more money in your business. But we have to go back to like the source of it, where we have relationships with people. And when you continually follow up with people, you guys, I followed up with people like 12 plus times and they don't respond to me. But when you go and like go to their stories and interact with them, or like say, oh my gosh, you look so gorgeous today, or your puppy is so cute, they're going to reply to you. Today, I actually went in and saw a girl posted something about how she cut her bangs. And I had followed up with her 3 times. And I said, oh my gosh, girl, I wish I had the nerve to cut bangs on me. It kind of like got our conversation going again, because I said something that didn't have to do with business, because I'm a real person. I'm not just all about the business. Another thing that I know that helps a lot for people to respond back to me is I'll go to their page, and I'm a savage. I will comment on their last post and say, hey girl, you should check your messages. And then I'll get a message from them and they'll say, oh my gosh, I'm so busy, or something like that. And then we'll get our conversation going again. So number one thing is to just keep the conversation going, keep people knowing that you're still there, keep showing up in their DMs, keep popping up on their timeline, on their notifications. Eventually they're going to come to you and associate you with weight loss products, financial freedom, hair growth, skincare. They're going to associate your name with that, and they're going to come to you eventually. So that's what I have.
So good. I think you reminded me too that I heard somebody once say that like we've all heard that statistic where it's like follow-ups, you got to follow up like 7 to 21 times or something. And I always get that wrong. So that might be a little bit wrong. But the point is that you have to follow up a lot. Like most people aren't going to sign up on the spot, like Shalina said. And I heard somebody say, I think it might have been in the VIP page or somewhere, and she's like, number 13 is her like sweet spot with follow-ups. Isn't that kind of crazy though? That was like so mind-blowing for me because yes, I've heard this statistic like 7 to 21 times, got it. But like I'm human too, and I'll get like 7 unread and I'm like, maybe I'll follow up with them in a couple months. Like they clearly don't want what I have right now. So I'll wait on them. But she's like, no, I'm very consistent with my follow-ups. I'll follow up every single week, and lucky 13. It's like lucky 13 every single time they finally respond back to me. And all of a sudden they like, girl, I'm ready. Like, I'm so ready. And if she had quit on 7, like me, or even 3, like, don't lie. You guys know that if you don't hear back from someone on the 3rd time, you're like, they hate me. I'm gone. I'm blocking them, or they're going to block me. Like, don't give up on people that quickly. Like, they need you to stay consistently in their inbox because they're scared or they're broke or they're whatever. And they need you to just keep being there for them. And I love what Shalina said about like, be a real person. Like that's the whole point. That is what that's what we're supposed to be doing, is just being real people so that they can relate with us. And because they're going to be more likely to buy from you if they feel like they can trust you, or like you're their friend, or, you know, like their online friend talking about their bangs, you know, they're more likely to take the leap with you in your business, or to sign up with you as a customer or whatever. So thanks, girl. I love it. Okay. Rochelle, I see you. Are you ready to talk about you? Are you ready to talk about you and how you have, I just want to say she surprised me today because she, like the first week of January was like, oh, like, why is no one enrolling? Like, I'm doing everything. I'm having the faith, because that's her word for the year. And she's like, but like, God's really testing me. And then it was either yesterday or today, she surprised me and was like, I filled out my steps twice. I'm like, when? Like, what? When? So tell us what you've done, like, I guess in the last 24 hours to get 900 distributors. Like overnight.
Okay, well, first of all, don't mind me. I'm freezing because all of a sudden the place that I want to move is like 39 degrees outside. It's so cold and our furnace doesn't work in the trailer. So shoot me now. Anyways, okay. So what I have been doing, not only am I very consistent in my business, as you guys know, but following up is something that, like Shalina said, is like my least favorite thing in the world. But I'm going to like shamefully admit this to you guys and hope that like it's never repeated again. If I want to sign a distributor or a loyal customer right this second, all I have to do is follow up. I know that. Like I absolutely know that in my mind, that if I go back through, doesn't matter if I go back through the last 30 days, if I go back through 60 days, 90 days, an entire year, 3 years, whatever, if I continue to go back and follow up, I will 100% sign a distributor or a loyal customer. Now, I'm embarrassed to say that dang day, right? Because it's that simple to follow up. If you're planting enough seeds, then every single day when you're following up, there is no way that you cannot sign a distributor or a loyal customer. Okay. So what I have been doing, which I always do this, it's like I go a whole week without following up, and then I go back through and I'll follow up with all these people and I'll sign like 4 in a day. And I'm like, why didn't I follow up the next day? Why didn't I do that? And so lately, and this is what I was doing when I was promoting to Triple Imprez, Brian reminded me the other day, because it's like a light bulb goes off. It's like a switch that goes off for me, that when I get into like work mode, like I'm in work mode all day, every day, right? Like I'm consistent with my business. I post, I message, I do all the things, but right now I'm in it with a different energy. Okay. So my self-development is up. I'm doing crazy self-development right now. My prayer game is out of this world. You guys, I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life right now. And I just woke up, Huntley. Brian, can you get her? Anyways, what was I saying? I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. And so I'm choosing to pray and pray and pray on literally everything. You guys, everything. Just like Emily was saying, I'm asking God to bring me the people who need this business. Bring me the people that are ready. And I am not kidding you. I had a girl that I've been talking to, straight up known her for the last 3 years, known her personally. And she has been like totally, what's the word? Ghosting me. Every single time we talk about products, ghost me. 6 months later, ghost me. 6 months later, comes to me, wants to know about products. Then she had a baby, ghost me. Okay, like literally, I follow up with her every single month, and she constantly ghosts me for like 6 months at a time. Well, she just ordered the huge premium pack today because now she went back to work and she's got the money, and that was a 118 BV order. So that took me 3 years, you guys. But the difference is, you want to know why she came to me right now? Because I've been praying for her to come to me, because I've been saying, I'm open, I'm ready for all of these people to come in. And it's crazy because I was thinking back to what I was doing differently. Okay. And I have a point and I have more tips for you guys, but just hear me out. I'm just like speaking from the heart right now. So, when I was doing so well, it was because I was consistently every single day when I was talking to people, the very next day I was following up with them. And I was being like Shalina was saying, I wasn't being like all up in their space about like, hey, remember that TFX we were talking about yesterday? Like, do you want to order it? Are you ready? It would be like something, personal. Okay. Not personal, but like, it would just me be checking in with them. Hey, I've got a couple more spots. Like, are you ready for this? And then interacting on their Instagram or Facebook, whichever one that they're on. Okay. So I think we just go above and beyond when we're on this different level of energy. And how you get to that different level of energy is 100%, 1, by deciding, and 2, by making sure that your mind is right. So I'm a firm believer that if your mindset is not where it needs to be, you will not sign a customer or a distributor. You have to be in the right mindset in order to bring people to you and in order to be able to close those deals. Did she go back to sleep? Really? Yes. Hey, don't take my blanket. I'm only giving it up for Huntley right now. It is so cold, you guys. Okay. Anyway, so the other thing that has been working is I'm listening to other leaders, like other top leaders, on what's working for them. And so I've already shared this. I just shared it on my power hour that I just did, but I want to share it with you guys because I'll be honest, as soon as she was talking about it, I was like, yeah, probably not going to do that because I don't really love it. But I did it anyways. And I'm not kidding you. Within 15 minutes, I had 8 comments on it, and now I have 11. Okay, it's been less than an hour. So this is insane. Here's what it says. Update. I need just 3 more reviewers for January. If you could take 2 pills a day for the next 90 days and lose an average of 31 pounds, would you try it? This is what it looks like. I just put like a colored background to it on Facebook. Okay. What's crazy about this is I hate them. I think they're salesy. I think they're spammy. I hate putting them on my page, and you will see me delete it in like 3 days because I don't like when people go through like if somebody's stalking my Instagram or my Facebook, I don't like when they like see things like that because they're like, oh, she's a network marketer. Like, I hate it. Ashley, 17 comments. Look at that. See, you're like way past mine already. But like, I never get comments on stuff. And so seeing that was like super exciting. And I think I found my sweet spot. It was like 9 o'clock of when all these people, and what's crazy is they're not current potentials. That means that people are seeing my stuff. These are new potentials from me just adding. So if you're not adding to your network every single day, that's a whole nother story. You've got to be doing all the things so that as you do all of these things, people are just going to start to come to you. Your goal, like, of course we message. Thank you. Of course we message. Of course we post stories. Of course we, post and do all of these things. But if you're not constantly getting in front of new, fresh eyes, then you're going to be doing all of the hunting and people aren't going to be coming to you. And that's like the main thing that you want is people to come to you. You want to be attractive in that. You want people to come to you. So I'd say that's like, honestly, everything that's working for me right now is just and trying new things that I like, wouldn't normally do.
Rochelle, do you have any specific follow-ups, or do you just do it by like each person? Do you change it up?
Each person I change it up, and it's so funny because I was just talking to one of my girls about this. She's like, what do you say when you ask them if you can send the video, like a potential distributor, when you say like, okay, here's what the company is about. And then you're like, can I send you a video of my friend Rochelle's experience or my experience or whatever? And then they don't respond. Like, what do you say to that? And I was like, I would say, hey girl, can I send that over? Like, that's how simple it is, you guys. Like, and I'm not making fun by any means. Don't think that I'm like saying that, she was like, wow, I can't believe how simple it is. And I'm like, that's the thing, is we overcomplicate it. We go in certain reason, when in all reality, I can't tell you how many times I have my messages open and Huntley swipes my phone from my hand and that message is gone forever. Or I have that open and she's crying, or she falls down and I got to put my phone down and I forget about responding to somebody. I cannot tell you how many times that happens. So why wouldn't it be happening to my potentials? Okay, that's how you have to look at it. When you're following up with them, it's because they literally just forgot, or they were busy at work and they couldn't respond right then and they accidentally opened it and they forgot about it. Okay, so when you go back, just reiterate the last question that you said, and then it just kind of depends. But like, if I followed up with them 5 or 6 times and for a potential distributor, and they are still not like engaging, and I've already asked them like, hey, did I upset you or anything? Then I'm going to switch it up completely and send them like a product model script, or just say, just like what Shalina was saying, or skip the business completely and a bunch of love on their comments. That's exactly what I do. What Shalina said, like, I will literally go to their comments and be like, I messaged you, like, cute daughter, or cute, she has a cute outfit on, messaged you, like, hello, do you see me? And I'm not afraid to do that at all. And most of the time when they haven't seen your messages, that's why. A lot of people, you guys, they don't have jobs like ours. Like, they don't look at their messages all day long. In fact, when I had a job, that was like the last thing I wanted to do was come home and like open my phone and look at my messages. Like, they were left for days. So just know that, like, when they get that notification on their phone that you've messaged them, that's when they're going to look. And so it's not that they're ignoring you or leaving you on read or not reading your messages for a reason. A lot of the times they just don't know that your messages are there,
Yay, so good. Yeah, I actually did that product reviewer thing. I've done it twice now, and that's going to be one of my tips. But same thing. I posted it twice in the last this week, and both of them have like blown up. The first one said exactly what Rochelle said, and then the second one was like, still need, and then I dropped the number a little bit lower, this many product models for this, and they're blowing up. So definitely give it a try, because it's working right now. And the thing is it's not going to work forever, because the algorithm's going to pick up on it. So do it now before the algorithm's like, why is everyone posting this and like making money and not, whatever Facebook does. So, okay. So for me, I've been doing a couple different things, but one thing that I've been trying to be consistent about, and when I'm not consistent, I can see it, but I'm trying, this is like Facebook specifically, I'm trying to do like the jab, 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 hook method, where I'm having to post a little bit more than I used to, but I'll do like 3 posts throughout the day where I'm jabbing. So just like mentioning the business, like mentioning the friendships, mentioning how conference is coming, mentioning how our team is booming, like talking about the business in a very positive way, whatever way, shape, or form that may be. And then at night, which my sweet spot, just like Rochelle's, is kind of like that 9 o'clock time frame, between 9 and 9:30, I'll do my hook. And my hook is very salesy. it's like what Rochelle would probably consider very salesy from the things that she was just talking about. But you guys, they're blowing up. And one of the ones that I did, this was last week, I've signed 2 distributors from it. I got, says 25 comments, but I responded to everybody. So, you know, like 12 comments or so, and 2 of them are already distributors on this team now. And there's others that will be distributors on this team. And this is all it said. I'll read it to you. And some of you guys have already stolen this, so that's great. Hopefully you signed some distributors from it too. You guys, I'm seriously so dang slammed and I need your help. Would you be interested in some part-time work from your phone on your own time, helping me expand my business? I have specific positions open that must be filled this week. Earn $1,000 to $3,000 plus in the next 3 months, must be 18 plus. Drop a star if you're interested and I'll send you deets. So salesy, like I'm basically just saying like, hi, I'm a network marketer who wants to join my team. And it blew up. And everyone that commented, and Rochelle already said this, but I have to reiterate it, almost everyone that commented are brand new people that are my friends on Facebook. And it's because they have no idea what I'm doing or anything that I'm about. And now they just see this post about making extra money. And so they're commenting, and it's giving me that I actually see that I have 2 people that I never even responded to because I didn't get notifications for them. But what was I saying? I don't even know. I forget.
That they're new
They're
people.
new potentials.
What?
That they're new potentials.
Yeah.
that are
Okay.
coming.
So all these new potentials, some of them are already distributors now. And basically I will just, so that's like my hook. So I'll do the jab, like 3 really good quality posts throughout the day about the business. And you can do this with products too, where you're jab, you're jabbing about the products all day long. And then you do a hook at whenever your sweet spot is about needing, 10 product models or whatever, so whatever you're needing at that time, that's what you're posting about. And it's just working so well. Another really simple one that I've done is who'd like to earn $3,000 over the next 3 months, part-time basis, location doesn't matter. So it's just like these short little, almost like job listings in a way, I guess you could say it like that. So that's kind of what's been working for me, is that jab hook on Facebook. And when I'm consistent with it, I'm consistently signing distributors and loyal customers. Okay, so what else am I doing? Definitely taking advantage of HAPS right now. I was killing it with HAPS the first 2 weeks and was signing loyal customers and signing distributors from HAPS. I think 2 of my distributors were from HAPS. And this week I'm like, HAPS aren't working for me. Like, I'm not really saying that, but I'm like, HAPS are so slow this week. I haven't messaged as much this week. Like, you get what you give. You really, truly do. So if you're thinking that things are slow this week, then I hate to say it, but you're not doing enough. So just get to work, because this is the time. This is the time. Like that post that Rochelle and I were talking about, the product reviewers needed who will take 2 pills twice a day, yada, yada. Like that wouldn't always work, but it's working right now. 1, because the algorithm's not picking up on it yet, but 2, everyone, or at least like 98% of the world wants to lose weight right now. So something that they might have skimmed right over before, they're paying more attention to it now because they really want to lose weight. So we're seeing a lot more comments, a lot more people responding back, a lot more people showing interest, because more people are wanting to lose weight right now. More people are wanting to be in shape right now. More people are wanting to make money right now. So it's boom season, you guys. And if you're just like sitting back, and we've said this a few times, but like if you're sitting back waiting for conference, waiting for whatever it is that they're going to announce, yeah, they're about to announce some stuff that's going to like rock our socks off. I can 100% guarantee it because this will be my 5th conference or 6th conference. I don't even know. And they never, ever leave us, or we never leave conference disappointed ever. But you can't wait for conference. You need to start now. Now. Everything that happens right now in January is going to count towards whatever they announce in a week. Summer said, also don't forget to run an auto shipment or put in an order before the end of the month. Yes, do one of those 2 things. And they have a special surprise for anybody that does that in January. They'll be announcing a special surprise in February for us. So make sure you're either running an auto shipment or placing an order. Okay, Ash, what are you doing? I know that you did that post recently too, but tell us what else you're doing to sign.
I feel bad for anybody. I feel like I'm repeating myself from last night, but I am literally just doing haps. Like that's and of course I am trying to be more consistent on Facebook because clearly it works. So what I'm doing though is when it comes to haps, I'm getting them from Instagram because I have so many more followers over there than I do on Facebook. So I'm messaging their same message that we've all been using, the hey girl, quick question. Don't worry, I'm not trying to get you to buy or sell anything. Wait, buy or sell anything? Yeah. And then they're like, haha, what's up? And then I say, would you mind making this post for me? I get them on Facebook and then they make the hop for me. So that is still working very well. I will say one thing that, which I think I may have mentioned this last week, for messaging, hang on, let me get out because I feel like I can tell you better while I do it, is my following was kind of creeping up and getting close to my the amount of followers I had. And so what I'm personally doing, if any of you guys on Instagram feel like you want to try to get rid of some of the people that you're following, I click on it and then I do sort by earliest, and then I just scroll, like I randomly will just scroll and then pick a spot to stop. And I am clicking on the person. Hang on, it's taking a second. I don't know why it takes so long to do this now, to sort. Anyways, I'll click on the person. And the first thing I do is look to see if they're following me. If they're not following me, I'm automatically unfollowing them. Like it's pointless to follow somebody who's not following me back. So I click on them. I look at their following. Okay, this person is following me. So the next thing I'm going to do is go to my messages.
Wait, hold on. Tell everybody really quick how they know if that person's following you.
Oh, okay. So when you click on them, so I clicked on this random girl, right? And this is just her regular home page. Well, if you click on the thing that says following, like it shows how many people she's following, you're going to be at the very top. No matter what your name is, it's not in alphabetical order. If they are following you, you're right there at the top. So since she is following me, the next thing I'm going to do is go to my messages, and I've messaged, we've gone back and forth a lot, but I have not sent this message. So I'm just going to, and I already have it like copied, ready to go. So I'm going to hit paste, send. And then I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to see if they're following me. And this one is, I'm going to message her. And that's what I've been doing. And I've probably been doing this for like the past 5 days, and I've been able to unfollow over, let's see, I think I was at like 7,500 people and now I'm at 64. So it's just like a really good way to do 2 things at once. But the biggest thing that I've noticed with HAPS, other than like signing LCs and DCs, obviously, is my following on Facebook. It's grown so much. And this just ties right back in with what Shelby and Rochelle were saying about that post. We've all made it now, that whole I need 5 more reviewers for January, that one. So the people, I used to look at people's Facebook pages, like, you know, top leaders pages, and I would be like, how the heck do they have so many people commenting on there? Like, I don't understand. And this is why we're just getting new followers every day. Like literally every single day, there is at least, well, I don't want to put a number because I don't know, but there are several new people seeing my post. And if you guys are doing HAPs too, another crazy thing, and I know we talk about this a lot too, but whenever I'm doing PDC HAPs, 99% of the people who comment on the post and then I ask them if they've heard of It Works, they say no. Like they still have not heard of us. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because all these new people are now following me, and they have no idea what we are. And so of course that's intriguing to them, making extra money from their phone, or, you know, taking 2 supplements and losing 30 pounds. So you just have to always, you know, they always say fresh fish jump first. You have to keep those fresh eyes on your page always, every single day. Today, I think I spent like, I don't know, I did like 3 separate power hours, and each time I would say almost half of the time I was growing my network on Instagram, because I'm trying to just really like up my followers on there. And it's so crazy because yesterday and today I had people immediately message me, like literally within the second that they accepted me and then looked at my page real quick. They read my most recent post and were like, hey, what's this work from home position? So I feel like that ties in every little thing, every single thing that we always tell you guys to do, between following, interacting, posting consistently, messaging, all the things. But yeah, that's really it. I just once you guys start growing your network to, I don't know how many you would say. I went from, I would say when I got 1,500 people on Facebook, it started like getting exciting. Like people were commenting, and like I said, I sent a message to Shelby and Rochelle today, and I was like, guys, I have people commenting on my Facebook posts who aren't on my team. Like normally I'm like messaging my girls, hey, can you go comment on my post to boost it? And I was like, I didn't have to do that. So anyways, okay, that's it. I'm rambling now.
So I was actually doing a little bit of research last night because I'm like really wanting to boost my Instagram past 10,000 followers. And I've just been on like struggle bus trying to get my followers up. So I was doing some research and I saw this stat that was for Instagram and Facebook, where only 10% of your following or friends, if you're on Facebook, see your posts. 10%. So think about it. If you have 500 friends on Facebook, only 50 of them are seeing your post. If you have 1,500, which is where Ashley said it started getting interesting, that 150 people are seeing your post. If you max out at 5,000, which Facebook's kind of like doing away with that, but most people still have the 5,000 max right now. Now we're talking, now 500 people are seeing your post. You know what I mean? Like if you're not constantly growing your network, then you're limiting who's going to see your post. Your whole friends list does not see your post. And so that's something interesting to think about. The percentage of people that actually see your post is way lower than your friends list. And then on the same note, what'd you say? Fresh fish jump first. That's so cute. I've never heard that. So these fresh fish, they are more likely, this is another algorithm thing, they are more likely to see your posts than anybody else, because your new friends, and Facebook goes, oh, these new friends probably want to see each other's stuff because they obviously like each other. They accepted each other's friend requests. So we're going to show Sally's stuff to Ashley, and we're going to show Ashley stuff to Sally because they like each other. So now this brand new friend is seeing your posts daily for a couple of days. They're the first person. Have you guys noticed that? Like new friends on Facebook, you see them like every day, you see their stuff. Like I've gotten to the point where I'm so like in the groove with never missing a day with growing my network that I don't even recognize my Facebook. Like I don't even know anyone on my Facebook right now because my news feed is full of new fresh fish, new potentials, and which is amazing. It gives me the opportunity to make sure I'm interacting with them because my mom doesn't need me to like her post, you know, like if I see you girls' posts, I try to interact a little bit just to help boost your algorithm. But like my job is to interact with my potentials. So I like that Facebook does that, and let's just take advantage of that. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of all that I had. I can't think of anything else. The other things that I'm doing, you girls already mentioned you're doing too.
Also, just like one more random thought, and this I noticed today with this post. So the first 2 weeks I only was doing PDT haps. So I had a lot of new friends on my Facebook that I had talked to about the business. Well, today when I made the post about that, the TFX and actually the other one about the TFX premium package, I had a lot of those people comment on there, and they're like, you know, maybe they can't afford the $99 right now, but they're like, well, heck yeah, I can afford 36. So that was another thing that was kind of interesting too, was like, oh, wow, that's so weird. Like, honestly, there's only one person who commented on my post tonight that wasn't a new friend because of PDT Hap. So it's kind of cool. Like they already know now about the business, but now I'm showing them about the product side too. And so eventually they will sign either as a customer or a distributor. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I love that. Sydney said something in the chats that I'll read out loud. She said when she goes through and unfollows, she also sees when the last time they posted was, and if it's over 2 months ago, she unfollows. I don't necessarily do 2 months. Mine's more like if I see they haven't posted since like 2018. But I mean, whatever figure out like what your, I guess you could say like standard is, and you know, use it at your discretion to unfollow people, but we're looking for the people that are active and actively participating in social media because they're more likely to follow us back or to, you know, engage with us about our posts, about our products, and about our business. So definitely growing your network, but making sure you're kind of monitoring. Yeah, I guess on Facebook you kind of don't want to have a ton of like unanswered friend requests, but it's more so on Instagram where you don't want your followers and your following to be like so out of whack that you just look like spammy. Like it's very clear that you're following like 1 million people and like 14 are following you back. So all right, I think that's it. Hopefully you guys got a ton out of this. I feel like I got a ton out of it. I'm excited and I'm ready to like really take advantage of the rest of this week, rolling into conference. Again, you guys, do not wait for conference. Like, yes, it's going to rock our socks off, but no, we do not want to wait for what's announced. Let's not forget that there's like a huge, amazing campaign going on right now that the majority of I've signed 9 customers this month, and the majority of them have bought premium packs or TFX, because I am like driving this campaign home so hard, and it just makes it so easy for us to sign customers. You got to be talking about it though. You got to talk about it or people aren't going to know. So make sure you're talking about the campaign. Let's make sure we reach our goal of 400,000 meals for the kiddos. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great night and get to work. Love you. Bye.
Bye.